They're not going, so if I do, my mother will say.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Down by the Bay. And by Bay, we mean the Tampa Bay area. If you know the song, you know the Bay is where the watermelons grow. So meet our watermelons. You've got me, Spike Rob. Then you got Johnny B from PSC with the pink hat and camo.
No free ads, but Brew Life, great brewery, Tampa Bay area.
And then we've got Stephen with the deep voice and repping, of course, Tampa Bay.
That's right.
Very cool. So we're here to talk about pro sports around the country and, of course, in the Tampa area. And we're going to kick off things with a reason to celebrate if you're in the Tampa area, at least most of us. We're happy that the Lightning won the Stanley Cup.
False. Fake. False. COVID Cup. Nope. Doesn't count.
Not all of us apparently like it. But I think as our resident Tampa fan, Stefan, what does it mean to you that Tampa Bay won the Stanley Cup?
I mean, it's just another thing to celebrate. You know, I think we're getting used to it. At this point, you know, we're kind of creating our own regional dynasty, if you will. I mean, think about it. New York teams. How many teams are based out of New York? Like professional teams? 7.
Can't hear you. It's kind of loud. Like what?
12.
What?
I don't know. How many do we have in Tampa? 3, right? We had the same amount of championships as all the New York teams do over the past 2 decades.
Oh, I didn't know he was coming with stats. Like, I didn't do that much homework.
That's the only one I'm going to have. That's it. Threw it out early.
That's a good one.
But regional dynasty. That's what it means.
I mean, listen, I can't argue with that. And I'm not even that much of a hater. I don't hate on the Lightning, like the team. And I don't hate, just like on the other shows, I don't hate on the team. And actually, Stefan seems very level-headed for a Tampa fan. It's the fans.
Right.
I can't stand them. It must be a Southern thing. I mean, because everybody loves the New York fans. They're just great. They're very loving, and like they don't throw it in your face. We're not cocky. You know, when we win, it's just like, oh yeah, whatever, we won. But down here, it's like, you know, it's like a Mardi Gras when they win. Relax. It was the COVID Cup. You won. Congratulations. It may be if you went on the road, you'd probably lose and get swept like you did last year to a shitty team from Columbus, Ohio, which is a college town. But, I mean, we'll give it to them. They did win the Cup. I'll give them to them.
I mean, an argument can be made that it was more difficult this year, right? I mean, you're in a bubble. You're away from your family. You're away from your wife, your girlfriend, your side piece. Whoever it is giving you that luck, right?
But the testosterone can build up then, and then you just take it out on the ice instead of on them.
I mean, there is that belief, right? That's the old Muhammad Ali, George Foreman approach, right? Just let it build up and just take it out on the nearest shirtless dude. But a chip's a chip.
A chip is a chip. You're absolutely right. I'm just bitter because as a Rangers fan, I just lost my king that I had for 12, 15 years. The king is gone. The king of the North is gone. And maybe I'm bitter. But, I mean, whatever. As long as the Islanders didn't win, we're good. I can deal with it. I can get over it. It'll take me a couple days.
Johnny B, did you see what Alex Killorn said when they brought the cup or whatever, they won it and they came home?
Are you going to make me like him? What did he say?
I mean, I've never liked him. I still don't. But he basically said, thank you for opening up the bars just in time for the boys.
Come on, you can't do that because now I'm going to start to like him.
Oh, he's such a dick. I really don't like Alex.
That's such a great bro line, and you know how I feel about that.
I know how you feel about hockey bros.
I mean, who doesn't want to celly after winning the cup? You know, go get a couple snipers down at the bar with the boys. Come on.
I just want to know, are the bars going to stay open enough for us to celebrate the Rays win?
I mean, they did do the parade kind of safe, though, because it was on the water.
Right.
Which they should have probably had a life jacket on the cup because I'm pretty sure that would have sunk all the way to the bottom of the bay. They had no reserve for that. They were just throwing it around on jet skis. That was kind of badass, to be honest with you.
Only the Bucks secondary had hands like those guys.
That's a very valid point.
We'll get there. We've got the Major League Baseball divisional playoffs starting today. I believe the AL's got their 2 games today. The NL goes tomorrow, and game 2 for the AL is tomorrow. We basically got baseball all week, and
It's awesome.
as luck would have it, Tampa's playing New York. Who would have thought?
As a Mets fan, Yankees are going down. I placed the bets. For some reason, the Rays are the underdog tonight, which is ridiculous. That was the easiest bet I've ever placed. Blake Snell is going to go and just dominate the boys because, yeah, they had a great series against the Indians, whatever, but no. Blake Snell is going to shut them down like he did the whole season. The Yankees cannot beat the Rays. That is literally their Achilles. So they can't. They cannot beat the Rays. They have one pitcher who, yes, did he pitch great against the Indians game one? Yeah, absolutely. Did you see his season this year? He did not pitch. Like, what did he get? Like was it $300 million deal? Something
A little more, yeah.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cole is going down. The Rays are just going to hit, and they have the pitching. They have the best pitching, I think, left in the AL.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not just game one. I mean, the Yankees are going to be lucky to get 2 starts out of Cole this entire series. That's if he goes on for, 3 days rest for game 5?
Yeah, and if they lose the first 2, are they going to pitch him game 3?
Right, and the Rays, it's not just Snell. It's Snell,
Glasnow.
Esco, Morton, the bullpen. I mean, they always say good pitching beats good hitting, right? And I think we can all agree the Yankees have some pretty good hitting. Or at least on paper, they're supposed to have some pretty.
They had, in the Indian series, they had fantastic hitting. They
did. They did.
Just hitting bombs.
Yeah, but the Indian staff is a little bit different than the Rays staff.
Yeah. But it's also funny because I looked at the list because I'm a gambler. I looked at the list. The Rays are the underdogs, which again is mind blowing. But the Rays have their lineup set for all the games.
Right.
Like I look at the matchups, and the only matchup that's set for the Yankees is tonight. They have TBD, because they don't want to go out there and pitch Tanaka.
No,
and then if they have and then pitch Happ. Are you kidding me? No way.
I mean, maybe if they can convince Happ to throw right-handed, maybe that's what he's been missing the whole time, is that he's just throwing the wrong hand. I don't know, but the guy's terrible. I mean, I am pretty sure he would have the same amount of success, which is not much at all, throwing right-handed. And
I wouldn't. I might agree with that.
Jordan Montgomery, Davey Garcia. I mean, these are not names that you want to see on the lineup card if you're a Yankees fan. But, I mean, you're happy to see it if you're a Rays fan. I mean, to me, I'm seeing pitching machine. Wow.
Maybe.
The Rays went 8-2 against the Yankees during the regular season. But what I can tell is that they've been just trashing the Yankees pitching. I still can't believe that the Rays are considered underdogs right now. That's
when I looked at that line, I told you, Rob, I texted you, I'm like, yeah, I'm throwing a C note on that. That is an easy win. Like what are you doing?
I mean, they're plus 135 tonight going up against Cole. I'm really curious to see what the lines are as the games go on, because
I told Rob, I think as not an expert, but I do it every day. The Rays will be favored the rest of the series. They have to be because they don't. They're not going to throw Tanaka. There's no way. They don't have the pitching. They'll be favored tonight, and then the Rays will be favored the rest of the way. They have to be. I mean, what was the stat? They won 8 out of 10 against the Yankees this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And has Cole had any success against the Rays outside of the playoffs last year when he went 2-0 against them?
Well, he pitched the first game that the Rays actually lost to the Yankees. Cole pitched the 7-inning game, and he basically pitched 6 innings. So, I mean, kind of, yeah, he did okay. But even then, the Rays almost came back and won that game. So
that's because the Yankees have nobody. Cole has to go. If the Yankees win tonight, Cole went 8 innings, 8 and a third. There's no, and once they get to that bullpen, which I can't even name anybody in that bullpen, it's over because they don't have a bullpen. They have their closer. Oh, God.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have baby hands Zach Britton. And
who else?
I don't know. Is Joba Chamberlain still there?
No idea.
I have no idea. I don't really know their bullpen that well.
No. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And I just want to go back and say, has anybody ever been, as a Yankees fan, or anybody who's hoping for the Yankees to win any game pitched by Tanaka, has anybody ever been excited to see they got to take them out?
He won the game too, but that game was like 9-8.
Right. I mean,
he gave up 4 runs in the first 2 innings.
Yeah. He didn't lose the game. That's about it.
Yeah, that's what they hope for. They hope for the bats to go.
Right.
That's how they won that game. I mean, it was 4-0 in the second, and then fucking what's his name comes up and hits the dinger, the grand slam, and then it all rolled downhill. Yeah, and then the Indians came back on their bullpen. The Indians came all the way back on their bullpen, and then they let it up. It was an 11-9 game in the playoffs. Come on.
Well, which brings me to the other series that are coming up, where we've got, I would say, legit pitching. Though then again, we have the Padres-Dodgers. That's the series I want. I'm a Rockies fan.
Slam Diego.
Yes.
My pick.
Slam
my
Diego.
Boys.
Oof. Come on, guys.
They have come on since what, the mid-season break, we'll call it? The All-Star break.
Even before that, the Rockies were playing a little better, so they looked a little worse, but they were playing really good small ball and also hitting 5 grand slams in 6 games. That was early in the season. And they just started playing better defense, had better pitch. Obviously, they traded for Clevenger, which was huge for them to get that boost.
Yeah, but the only problem is Clevenger and Lamet are both out for the series. So
yeah,
they're going to have to beat Slam Diego if they're going to beat the Dodgers. I mean, or just hope Kershaw acts like Kershaw and just sucks in the playoffs.
I mean,
otherwise, I think that might be a sweep. I mean, I hate to say it, but they don't have any pitching. 0.
Yeah, I think you're just hoping for not a sweep as a Padres fan, because we're talking about the depth of the Rays pitching. Look at LA's pitching. I mean, the Dodgers.
It's just the same. Yeah.
What, 4 top of the line starters?
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, I think Kershaw's going game 2. I think who's going game 1?
Bueller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're loaded. I mean, the NL. To be honest with you, it's kind of the cards are stacked against San Diego, but I'm still gonna. Tatis is a face of baseball. He has brought back almost obviously not the 99 summer 99 home run battle, but the way he plays the game and the way he plays defense. I mean, the guy is a stud shortstop, and then just goes out there and just pelts homers. And I mean, their lineup is amazing. Will Myers, third baseman. What the hell is his name? Come on.
The Orioles.
Machado.
Yeah, Manny
Machado.
Who we've all forgotten about, because Tatis is 45 feet away from him, just killing.
They went back to back. They went back to back in that game, and boom, that series was over.
I mean, it's impressive to be able to overshadow Manny Machado, but especially going into this series when the big storyline should be, I mean, who did Machado, carry 2 years ago through the playoffs? LA?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
It should be, hey, it's Machado against his former team, blah, blah, blah. We haven't heard anything about that. I mean, this is probably the only time that we're going to talk about that, because it's that exciting.
The way that the San Diego could win this is, maybe they're afraid to pitch to, if they're afraid to pitch to Tatis, Machado's right behind him. That's scary. When Machado's the afterthought, that lineup.
Jake Cronenworth is a rookie, and that guy has been unbelievable, hitting, fielding. Like, everyone looks at Tatis, and Tatis gets all the praise. But with guys like Cronenberg also in the lineup, the guy hit like 2 or 3 triples in a row against the Rockies, which, in the stadium is fine. But the dude was playing first base and hit 3 triples in 3 games. So
that doesn't happen as a first baseman very much.
No.
As a former corner infielder who had a lot of power but not a lot of legs, we should say. If it went to the fence, I'm jogging slowly into second. Mosey. You don't do that at first base a lot with 3. At all. I can't really think of a first baseman that does that.
Yeah, I mean, he's used
maybe Pujols when he was 25.
And I think he was playing across the diamond at that point. when he was still
Yeah,
third.
he was at third, so it doesn't even count.
Yeah. I mean, my first base prototype is what, like Mo Vaughn, Frank Thomas.
Oh, I loved him. What a slugger.
Those guys were denting the wall and coming into first base out of breath.
Yeah, just moseying on into first.
I mean, it's all or nothing. All or nothing playing first base.
God, Mo Vaughn brings it back.
Yeah.
But the other series tonight, Rob, I think the A's are playing tonight, right?
Right. A's and Astros.
This is going to be a pitching matchup because I think it's McCullers versus Bassett. I think that's who's on the mound tonight.
I believe so.
And I took the under 8 runs. I want to root for the A's so hard because I don't like the Houston Asterix. They're cheaters. They're losers. Cabrera is a completely selfish prick. I like Springer because he actually admitted it, which is takes some balls.
Gotta give him that.
Jose Altuve is a loser. Yeah, that's about what I have to say about that team. But yeah, I'm so pulling for the A's so hard.
When you have an entire movie made of you of being literally the underdog of Major League Baseball, and you're playing the team that was outed for cheating like 2 World Series in a row or whatever, or actually it was 1 and then
2 playoffs in a row.
Yeah, 2 playoffs in a row. You can't write a script better for everybody to just despise the Astros and root for the A's. Like it's set up by Hollywood at this point.
I'm waiting for the Astros movie to come out.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome.
I mean, that's I want to see John Leguizamo play Jose Altuve. I mean, I really do.
Bradley Cooper would make a hell of a Springer.
Yeah,
I would like that.
We just need to find the most punchable face in Hollywood to play Correa.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the most punchable face? Joaquin Phoenix when he's drunk. Christian Bale because he's an asshole.
But he always does a good job.
Yeah, I know. That's what sucks. He's a great actor.
That means he'll be really good as the villain, right? He'll be playing himself. The problem is he's really short, and Correa is not. So they're gonna have to stand. They have to do some Hollywood magic.
I mean, they make Tom Cruise. They make Tom Cruise look like he's 6'5". The man is 4'3". I mean, to be real.
Right. So, I mean,
but who are you pulling for in that series, Stefan? You want the A's?
Man, you know it's weird because everything inside me says A's, but for the continued entertainment value, I would love to see the Astros end up winning. And
that's because you want the Rays to beat their ass, and I don't blame you on that.
Well, I mean, I just want to see them have to go up against the Rays pitching staff, or even the Yankees pitching staff, just pitching staffs that have a lot of arms that throw 98 and above, who don't mind hitting a batter or 4. You know, I just that's the comeuppance. That's the just the retribution that we all want as baseball fans.
Well, that's true, and there's going to be this was the fight. One of their relievers, right? Wasn't the reliever from the A's that actually tried to fight the entire Astros?
No,
it was an outfielder. It was an outfielder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But I think Mike Fiers, who is with the A's now, or was recently with the A's, is the one who outed the Astros because he was with them. So the A's have a lot of history here too.
Yeah, it's a lot of bad blood. It should be interesting.
Yeah, but if they don't throw at some people, then it'll be nice to see the either Yankees or most likely Rays pitching staff get the job done.
And does anybody really? I mean, I kind of really wanted Cincinnati to win. Does anybody really give a shit about the Braves and the Marlins? I mean, realistically.
Well, the Marlins are a great story.
They have never lost a playoff series. They are 7-0.
You're 7-0. Don Mattingly, I believe early in the season, Don Mattingly confessed that he didn't know most of the names of his players because they were all so young.
They're all like 22 years old.
Yeah. I still have no clue who's on that team.
They have the Spanish pitcher. This is how I'm going to do this. The Spanish pitcher who's a stud. The one white guy that hits bombs. And that's about what I have.
Yeah, I think, didn't they trade for Marte and he just broke his pinky?
Yes, he's done.
Yeah, so the one name that I recognize.
The Marlins.
And Stefan is our baseball. Stefan is our baseball guy. Like, he knows baseball, but they're the Marlins, and we have Is this going to be like Cinderella story like it was when no one knew Josh Beckett and no one knew who else was on? Was Dontrell on that team?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dontrell, Juan Pierre.
Juan Pierre.
Yeah.
Is this going to happen again? Is history repeating itself?
I mean,
I would
It
love
is
nothing.
2020.
It is
do I
2020.
buy Marlins jerseys? That's what I'm wondering. Do I need a Marlins jersey? Do I need to order it now so that with all this delayed shipping, it gets in before the World Series?
You might. You know what? This could be a good hedge for the Bay Area where we just root for both teams in Florida and then we claim both of them and they both go to the World Series and then we win.
It's what I've done with the Heat this year. Good.
Our next topic is the NBA playoffs, David versus Goliath, like it is every year. Because
I hate LeBron James.
I know Johnny has a stat, so we already threw out a couple stats already, but I know Johnny has a stat about the NBA playoffs, the finals in particular.
You want to hear the stat about the playoffs? And listen, I love college basketball, always will. I used to love the NBA. You know, back when NBA on NBC, great basketball, passing, they actually passed the ball. It wasn't this isolation basketball bullshit. So I was watching, I'm a big college football fan. I was watching Louisiana Tech play BYU like a nerd, because who wants to watch that when the finals are on? That got 1.8 million viewers, while the NBA Finals Game 2 got 1.6. The finals. Because nobody cares. And it's kind of mind-blowing that nobody cares about basketball. Because it used to be pretty relatively, I mean, it was bigger than hockey. And I don't think it is anymore.
I mean, this is one of those rare occurrences where the previous playoff games, you know, the conference finals, the semifinals, those were far more interesting than what we have now. I mean,
Celtics in it, yeah.
And I'm a Heat fan, and honestly, I don't even want to watch them play the Lakers. It is boring. Like you said, the Lakers' offense is maybe one pass once they cross half court, and
it's not fun.
Run into somebody, you know, chuck the ball up. The Heat are moving the ball, but the Heat Celtics series was the last time I've seen, you know, real basketball played in that ball.
Literally, the Heat's the Heat and the Celtics was a great series. There was passing, there was offenses, there was defense. This Lakers team is, let's dribble down, throw an alley-oop, kick it out, shoot a three, run down the court, dunk the ball. Like, it's, I don't know. It's just not for me. It's not my thing.
I mean, and I'm not a LeBron hater by any means. The guy is a generational talent. I mean, on the court, the guy's a complete stud. I can't say the same for the team around him or what he's even doing in LA at this moment, because we have to watch Anthony Davis take the lead. Anthony Davis is player A on that team.
This is Anthony Davis's team.
And I'm sorry, but watching Anthony Davis take 2.5 seconds to actually get into his jump shooting form, I can't get with it. I can't. I mean, I look, if somebody told me 10 years ago, you're going to be able to watch Big Bird play in the NBA Finals against your favorite team, I'd be like, that sounds pretty damn dope. I'm in. Watching it, it's a different experience. I'm against Big Bird.
It's not fun. And, you know, back in the day, 2 7-footers in the game with, you know, Davis and Howard. Man, that's fucking awesome. Howard has no skill. Sorry, I mean, he's great at rebounding and dunking. It's just not my kind of basketball. I don't know what it is. It's just, I'm not intrigued by it at all.
They're boring. It's not the Lake Show anymore. I mean,
it's not Showtime.
It is not.
Part of it is how the NBA has set it up. I mean, Johnny and I were talking about this, and Steph, maybe you'll agree with it, but the NBA, pretty much since Jordan, has tried to be superstar driven. And it's, of course, the one sport you can do that because there's only 5 players on the court for one team at any time. So you could say 20%, oh, look at the star power. It's so much fun to watch. And since Jordan kind of made that a thing, the NBA embraced it and leaned into it instead of trying to cut that out. Pretty much, more or less, they figured that's how they were going to get viewers. That's how they're going to remain relevant, spread overseas, because people know who Michael Jordan is. I mean, my mom's from China, and she knew who Michael Jordan was before she ever came to America or spoke English. She knew who he was because that was the kind of impact that superstars have. But when you lean into it as a league, you end up with these scenarios where it's okay, everybody, all the superstars go to one team and create a Goliath team, and now the rest of the league has to try and take them down. And usually it was the Spurs, like, oh, please bail us out so we don't have to have 6 championships in a row again. Or this year the Heat, or before, once LeBron engaged in that and went to Miami the first time, he pretty much became the bad guy forevermore because he bought into the creating a super team, movement. Even when
the last real NBA team that I think was the first Warriors championship, because that was organic. Those guys were all drafted, and they brought in Iguodala. I mean, he's not a big name, so that was fine. They actually passed the ball, and now it's super team or bust, super team or bust, super team or bust.
Right.
Well, and it's amazing to see what people or the commentators or is anybody who seems to speak on this final series, what they're doing to the Heat. They're saying Jimmy Butler and the Heat. They're trying to give the Heat this clear superstar. It's not Butler versus James. Butler's come out and said it numerous times that it's not him versus James.
I love him, by the way. Like everything he said, everything he does, he is such a teammate, such a not an eye guy. I've fallen in love with Jimmy Butler. I've always liked him, but now I'm just like, go out there and fuck LeBron up, please. I know it's not going to happen, and he had an amazing performance last night, and the gentleman's sweep is probably still on, but what a teammate, man! What an actual star! He's a star. He's a killer. He's got that Jordan killer.
Yeah, he does. And I mean, which brings up the claim that he is possibly Michael Jordan's illegitimate son.
Yeah, second. I second that. There's 100. Yes.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, Jordan was not a role model. He loved his cigars. He loved his bars. He loved his golfing. I would have to say, breaking news here on the podcast, Jimmy Butler is Michael Jordan's illegitimate son.
Heard it here first.
Confirmed.
Or second.
Paternity test. You are the father. We'll do Maury. I mean, I'll fucking do it. I don't care.
I'll ask him on Twitter if he wants to come on and deny that, because he hasn't denied it yet.
Yeah, right. He hasn't denied it. So how do we know that he's not Batman?
How do we know?
Especially at this point. I mean,
yeah.
There's too much out there supporting our claim.
Like us agreeing, and
they both play basketball. They both played for the Bulls.
Yeah, they both have basketball. Yeah, exactly. That's what else they need. They both wear Jordans.
Do you deny the charges, Jimmy?
You have to do it pretty specifically too.
Well, I think the only other thing we could say about the finals, other than I guess Johnny feels like it's going to still go 4-1.
I don't want it to, but I just.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. LeBron just straight up walked off the court with 10 seconds left.
Because he's a fucking prick.
Yeah, but so do you think that means that he's going to come back, on fire and blah blah blah, like he's creating drama like he always does, or does he just not really give a fuck and he's just waiting for his son to make
I will give you this: LeBron James is the master of drama, and the master of creating a storyline, and the master of attention. That's all that was attention. That's all it is, because he knows he's going to get it.
He knows how to market himself. He's been doing this
genius,
for
absolute
20 years.
Genius.
Yeah. I mean, once again, generational talent on the court. Clearly a very intelligent guy, because he has figured out how to market himself in multiple different markets. He has clothing line, shoe line. He's invested in a pizza chain. He's all
he had that TV show on HBO.
Yeah, I mean, dude's brilliant. Got to give him credit. Brilliant, physically generational talent. I mean, guy might be superhuman. But
I'm not gonna hate on that. I can't.
Right.
I can hate on him on the court, but
absolutely.
The man is a Renaissance man, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And a lot of people are probably hating on him because it's damn, if I could just have a slice of that pie. But huge caveat here. I'm pretty sure all of his teammates just want to see him, tear an ACL out there somehow.
I mean, Delonte West, I mean, the man's on the street doing drugs now because he was playing with LeBron. That's LeBron's fault. That's his fault.
He was also he also had a stepfather, LeBron, for at least a year and a half there.
Yep.
That had to be difficult.
People forget.
Yeah. I mean, when your son is twice your size, that'll fuck with you.
I mean, listen, I don't want to go this deep into it, but I mean, Bronny was smoking pot on Instagram. I mean, where's Dad? Where's Dad?
Yeah, I am shocked and appalled.
I can't believe that happened. How does a 16, 17-year-old smoke pot? Where's the father?
Well, my question is, was that something that LeBron knew about and was cool with and was like, create more drama for me, son? Or does he really just not have control over
it? You do realize he hangs out with Carmelo Anthony, right? No, I'm not just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there.
I mean, and talk about another renaissance man. You got playoff Melo, hoodie Melo, skinny Melo.
I love playoff Melo.
Where is he right now?
He's in the Trailblazers. Weird. He's at the Blazers. Blazers.
What I mean, they haven't dropped his contract yet, so that he can be picked up by.
They're waiting for him to score 420 points.
Do you think he's thirsty? Yeah.
Back from our sponsor from WAP, Wet Ass Pancakes. Who doesn't love wet ass pancakes? Make sure you get yourself a mouthful of WAP, Wet Ass Pancakes.
I could eat so much WAP right now.
All right. Last topic, NFL football mostly happened yesterday. A little bit of a hiccup.
Don't get me going on the conspiracy.
Somehow managed to contract COVID.
The man lives in seclusion. He eats vegan food. He talks to nobody. And he just happened to get COVID the week before they're playing the Chiefs.
The only place he goes is Gillette Stadium. So I'm calling another master chess.
Belichick is playing chess again. Belichick is playing chess. Everybody else isn't even playing checker. They're playing sorry. They're not even in a man game. They were playing kids games. Belichick did this because he's waiting for the playoffs.
Alternatively, there's a very easy 6 degrees or like 4 degrees of separation here between, another big story we have going on in the news regarding COVID and Cam Newton. I mean, it just goes, here's what Robert Kraft, his best friend, is over here in Walter Reed Hospital right now. And here's Cam Newton.
People forget.
I mean,
I think it was a massage parlor. I think that Cam, he's in seclusion.
That's a very reputable place over there. I've been there. They give nice massages over there, but I don't know. That was fake news over there. Jupiter is a beautiful place. Nothing seedy happens over there ever.
Ever.
I mean, who has spring training down in Jupiter? Miami Marlins.
Miami. LeBron played in Miami. Cam's friends with LeBron. All right, we're going to put this together somehow.
We're going to get it.
So I don't even know. Like, NFL's made it somewhat into the season so far. Any particular takes that you guys want, other than the fact that I'm wearing a garbage shirt for a garbage team?
I mean, I can go off for I'll just take 2 minutes. Sam Darnold's a trash bag. Everybody ever from the USC college is a shitty quarterback. Should have never drafted him. Joe Douglas is a hack. The Johnson brothers are too busy playing with Trump to run a fucking organization. They should sell the team, move the team. Go Titans, busting with the boys, for the boys. Love them. Will Compton, Taylor Lewan, my boys for life.
That's way more.
Jameis will be starting quarterback in 2 weeks when Breeze breaks his shoulder for the 12th time because he's not that good. Tom Brady looks like a fucking stud because he eats avocado ice cream. The Raiders are better than we thought. The Bills were better than we thought. The Rams are pretty good. Dak Prescott's the best losing quarterback in football. Russell Wilson's the MVP. Cam Newton would be, but, chess, checkers, Bill Belichick. Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable, probably the best quarterback of our lifetime. Kyler Murray's a little overrated as well with the Cardinals. Underrated, Teddy Bridgewater looks pretty decent with the Panthers. Nobody gives a shit about the NFC East. Big Ben is Big Ben doing Big Ben things. Big Dick Nick should still be the starter of the Bears. Aaron Rodgers does what Aaron Rodgers does. Apparently, he can't do things with women very well. Ask his girlfriend, but he can play quarterback very well. And scene.
That was a solid 2 minutes. I have to say, for once, I'm going to agree with pretty much everything that was just said. Now, for my 2 minutes, all I'm going to do is talk about who Tampa Bay needs to cut like today, which is just one person who I can't believe they allow on the football field. Jordan Whitehead at safety, or he's supposed to be playing safety. I'm not really sure what he's doing out there. He got in a really good hit on Justin Herbert about 4 seconds too late. Dude stepped out of bounds twice and then came back inbounds, I believe, to go back to the huddle when Whitehead lit him up.
It was bad.
Whitehead watched I believe, an undrafted rookie receiver, I want to say, lightly jog past him when he was playing the deep zone for the Chargers' first, I believe, touchdown of the game. He did a great job turning around and chasing him once the ball was caught and, the play was over. And how much longer do I have? Because there was like 8 more mistakes dude made in the game. I don't know if he knows what he's supposed to be doing out there, but I damn sure know that he is incapable of doing what he's supposed to be doing out there. It's the worst safety play that I have seen since my little brother played safety for us in flag football. And he's just not that athletic. He's just not that athletic, right? Jordan Whitehead, I assume, is like decently athletic. He got drafted. He somehow earned a starting job. Can we get Derek Brooks to come back and he's lost some weight. I've seen him recently. He can probably slide back and play safety. Rondé, John Lynch.
He's hanging out in Miami, so
John Lynch has already done an awful job with the Broncos at this point. So he might as well just take the tie off, throw on some pads, come just kick Whitehead back to the sideline.
Listen. Lynch is running the 49ers way better than John Elway is running the Broncos. So your Johns, you gotta, we got the short end of the stick on that one because we got an egotistical maniac running our GM spot after he specifically said he's not a GM. He doesn't know the players well enough and doesn't want that.
But you did win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll take John Elway in the secondary. John Elway for safety.
So what I'm seeing is Stefan's a little mad with the back coverage of the Bucks, just a little.
Just one person.
There's no reason Tom Brady needs to throw his 5th touchdown of the game for us to have the lead that we eventually somehow hold on
to. Well, my question is, he threw 5 touchdowns.
Chargers.
See, but he threw 5 touchdowns. Those were all 5 of the offense's touchdowns. So where
he threw 6 touchdowns.
Oh, right, true. He also threw one to the Chargers, so he wins. He's thrown more touchdowns now than even Russell Wilson in a single game this season. But my question is, on your running back roulette, what do you guys got? I don't even know at this point.
For the Bucs?
Yeah, every time I think it's Rojo, he goes out and drops 5 passes. I don't.
Look, I don't know why we ever drafted him. I don't know why we keep trying to make Rojo a thing.
Oh, where's he from? What college is he from? Do you know, Rob?
Pretty sure it's Florida.
Oh, it's that shitty one in California. That shitty one in California with the stupid red and the stupid throat. No. See, USC players are trash. I'm sorry. I can't get over that. Let's draft 2 quarterbacks from USC who never played.
That's a different show. That's a spiked.
You're right. I'm
sorry.
But with that line of thinking, Rojo is just Reggie Bush with a slower 40 time, who also apparently can't catch passes.
He's fatter Reggie Bush.
Yeah. He dropped a third of his targets on Sunday. And dropped. Not like, he was defended. Just dropped.
Straight up dropped. And then you brought in is Vaughn an undrafted rookie running back?
No, he was the 3rd rounder. Third or 4th rounder.
Oh, he was the 3rd or 4th rounder to replace Rojo. God,
right.
They took so many ways to try and replace them, and yet they were dropping passes too. It was crazy. It was
See, I didn't get to watch the game. Was it really that bad?
It was really bad for the Bucks on offense, and then they like got their head out of their ass and stopped jawing with Rayshon Jenkins. That was my favorite part of that, was Evans getting into a fight with a guy half his size who didn't even tackle him. He just was talking shit to him, and then when he pushed him, Rayshon just starts going, "Okay, start writing the checks for the fines."
So I'm gonna say one thing. I know OJ went down, and that sucks. OJ's great, but listen, we're a PVO podcast, positive vibes only. That just means Gronk is gonna get targets. Gronk has had a lot of hits. He's taken a lot, but now he's getting used to the offense. You know, he's gonna bring his girl Camille down from New York to pamper him, and he's gonna go off. I'm gonna say the next 8 games, Gronk looks like Gronk.
And isn't that what we've all been hoping for since this offseason?
But I think that he was slowly working his way in. He wasn't in football shape.
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing his Gronk things where he fist pumps and goes in clubs and dances and acts like literally who I want to be as a person. Now he's going to be back into football shape. He's got the offense down. Arians is going to use him more. And I think he's going to be unstoppable the second half of the year.
I'm just excited to see Fournette get back on the field and actually give us an option at the backfield that can run the ball, catch it every now and then, block somebody who's trying to end our season by taking out Brady, touching him too hard, you know?
Now, do you trade for Le'Veon Bell?
I'll just say this. I'll take the other New York back right now over Le'Veon Bell. I'll trade for Saquon so he can just sit down in the backfield behind Tom Brady before I have Le'Veon Bell to take a handoff and just, dance around for about 4 seconds to get tackled 3 yards in the backfield. I'm going to pass on that.
So yeah. I guess you're stuck with Rojo and.
Well, what's crazy is that Jacksonville found themselves a 3-down back, and then they got rid of the 3-down back they had to try and cut weight, and he went to Tampa. So Tampa already picked up all the surplus.
Why did they ever get rid of Fournette? What was the point? Like, what was that point?
Money. I mean, they save a bunch of money by cutting him, and they
don't have any. It's not like they're paying any stars. Who do they have? They don't have any of their defenders anymore. They got rid of Ramsey. All they have is Miles Jack. That's their only. I mean, Minshew. They're making their quarterback is like $200,000 a year.
They're saving up for their draft pick. They want to be able to afford it.
I've seen Minshew's contract. It's a weekly supply of beef jerky and 4 cases of Busch Light.
And I think he got a signing bonus of he's got like 4 packs of Marlboro Red so he can rip cigs. I'm pretty sure he has that like as a bonus if he throws a couple touchdowns. Right.
And Gardner, if you're listening, you need a new agent. Give us a call. We're here. Yeah, we're here.
I mean, last year, Minshew, if you are listening, I did start the hashtag Minshew Mania. I mean, we're in your corner, and these guys can represent you.
Yeah, I try to keep it going this year. Minshew Mania. It's all over Twitter.
Speaking of which, I want to talk about something just real quick around the league. Speaking of Minshew, kind of reminds me of Minshew, even though people think he's better. What do you guys think of Baker? Is Baker for real now, or is he just getting lucky against really shitty defenses?
He threw 2 touchdown passes.
Two to Odell.
I mean, they scored a ton. Jarvis Landry had a better passer rating than Baker did yesterday. For one,
he had a better pass than Baker did all day.
Right. 2, they're playing the Cowboys. I mean, that would be like the 3 of us going out in my yard, grabbing a football, and each one of you standing in the end zone, and me throwing the ball to you. And God forbid you don't drop it. There we go, touchdown. That's what Baker did.
Only a little bit. OBJ literally did all the work without Baker. He took a reverse for a touchdown. They did a reverse pass to OBJ for a touchdown. All Baker had to do was literally get the ball, not fumble the snap, and hand it off to someone who then handed it off.
Have you watched the New York Jets quarterback? Sometimes that's hard.
Yeah, you guys would be glad to have Baker. I can absolutely understand that.
Baker would be the best quarterback since Namath. And that's actually not even kidding. Like
no, it's I'm laughing, but I feel bad for you.
You want to actually? Here's a little trivia for you, Stefan. Who are the top 3 in road playoff wins for quarterbacks?
Man, I don't know why, but I want to say Chad Pennington's in there.
No, it's worse.
Oh, okay. Hit me with it.
It's Roethlisberger. It's I forgot the Flacco. And you want to know who number 3 is? The butt fumble.
Yeah. Wow.
He has 4 wins. On the road.
My first year living in New York was that fateful year where the Jets actually made it to the AFC Championship.
That was 2010.
It was. And that was my first taste of real Jets football. And I say first taste because I was actually there. I was at the stadium. I was at the bars around the stadium.
Oh, I was probably with you there because I was there.
Okay. So, and you were probably in the crowd chanting JETS, 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 Jets.
No, see, I'm a self-deprecating loser fan that always roots against them because they suck.
Well, then you just, yeah. I mean, I get it. As an Orlando Magic fan, who's now a Heat fan, because, hey, we're winning and I bought a jersey. I get it. I do. But, yeah, I say all this to say Mark Sanchez might actually have been your best quarterback in the past 2 decades.
I know. That's why I'm sad. Because I would take Jameis Winston in a heartbeat. We're the Jets.
Johnny had a good stat, though. So this is going to bring it back to my team. Johnny had a very good stat, which was the first team that Peyton Manning ever played in the playoffs was the Jets. And they beat him.
We beat him with Chad Pennington 41-0. Peyton Manning's first ever playoff game. I was there. I was young. Still probably under the influence of something, but it was fun. We kicked their ass.
And so the theory here, if we're going to deep dive again, is that Peyton Manning waited. He bided his time, and he made sure to inflict Adam Gase upon the Jets as his revenge.
As a revenge. This was all a revenge on the Jets to give us Adam Gase. I want Rex back so bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think the whole league does, though.
Bring the feet out. That's the only way you're going to get them back.
Dude, I will get all of the Instagram models to send him all of the Instagram feet. Just come back to the Jets. We need it. That's not even a joke. I will go on Twitter right now and get them all.
Look, if you could get Cocaine Santa back on the Jets, I'll send a picture of my feet.
What a nickname. That is the best nickname I've ever heard.
Who wins tonight? Falcons.
Are we going with the spread or without the spread?
I don't even know what the spread is.
So I'm going to take the Chiefs minus the 11 because I hate Auburn, and they're starting an Auburn quarterback. Oh, no, they're not.
No.
I thought Stidham was playing. They're playing Hoyer. So Hoyer's playing. I'm taking the Chiefs minus the 11. Chiefs to win. And if you watch my other show, my daily gambling show, you would have known that this is the last time I'm doing this. If they don't do it this time, they are canceled. Canceled. If the Falcons don't win this game, I'm never betting on them again. They are dead to me. They are trash. They are worse than the Jets. They are done. So give me the Falcons plus the 7 and the money line, because if they don't win this game, everybody's fired. Everybody.
There is a picture on Twitter of a guy standing outside of the Falcons Stadium, just like on the highway, but looking
with a gas can.
With a gas can going, I don't know what I'm going to do if they don't win again.
I had a point to make, but honestly, after hearing Johnny say that he's somehow putting money on the Falcons again, I lost it completely.
I gave an ultimatum yesterday, and the ultimatum paid off huge. Okay. I took the Eagles, I took the points, and I took the money line because Wentz is fighting for his life, and Peterson's fighting for his life. And when you fight for your life, fight or flight, you come out on top. If you have any heart at all.
Well,
and the Falcons need to win this game.
Here's the good news. What's the spread on that game?
The spread's 7.
Spread 7. The last 2 games, although they lost both of those in horrific fashion, they've only lost by 1 and 4.
They were favored in both.
Yeah, they were favored in both.
Well, I mean, silver linings, right?
Trust me. Go ask the bookie. Trust me, he knows.
Yeah.
This is the last time I'm betting on them because I've had them right every time until the most miraculous fucking onside kick in the world.
It wasn't even miraculous. They were just stupid. That was idiotic.
And then
that was the opposite.
They let Big Dick Nick come in the fourth quarter and win the Super Bowl again. Like, what the hell?
I mean, all the pieces were there for that to happen.
I know.
And the Falcons D.
Are they that bad? Like, and it's not Matt Ryan. He's scoring 35 points a game.
Yeah, Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, Hayden Hurst. Those guys are they're carrying their end. Todd Gurley, not so much. Brian Hill, I mean, he's doing what he can, I guess. They kind of remind me of the Bucs offense, where as long as the ball's in the air, good things are probably going to happen. Except for a 6-6 here and there. But the defense is complete trash, which brings me back to fire Jordan Whitehead.
All right, guys, let's call it right now because we're a little past our prime or in our hour-long time.
I know we're old. We're not past our prime. Relax, bud.
I'm past my prime.
You're 31.
Because 32, and somebody tore my ACL, so it was me. I did it.
That was you. I mean, I threw the pass, but that wasn't my fault.
I mean,
anyway, like, subscribe, check us out. Johnny and I have Twitter accounts. We'll definitely reply to your stuff. Comment, tell us how we're fucking assholes because we know. And if there's anything ridiculous that you want us to talk about, if it's about pro sports, nothing's off limits.
We could talk MLS. I mean, if you want, we can go WNBA. Yeah.
XFL.
Sorry,
XFL
2022.
Okay, coming back.
Yeah. So anything you guys want to see us talk about, we will shoot the shit all day.
Fire Jordan Whitehead.
Remain on brand.
Make that a thing.
COVID cup only counts as half of a cup.
So can you still drink out of it?
Yeah, because that's really cool. I can't even I'm trying to hate, but I can't. Drinking out of the cup while jet skiing is like life goals.
Yeah.
There you go.
It made me a hockey fan.
All right. Well, enjoy. Keep trying to get those life goals, and we'll see you all next week.
I'm tired. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't make people tired with our show, right? Right?
No.
Okay, good.
Go back. Go Rays!
Was it the duck?